Hi, hello, and welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Evania, and today I'm doing my first ever makeup diaries. I've been super excited to do this. It was a journey for sure, but I know that Annette's Makeup Corner, I believe, is the one that kind of started doing makeup diaries, and the ones that I've also watched. I started watching hers, and then I also watched KATELYN House Makeup do it. It's Just Steph and Amanda from Mermaid Hair Donut Care, and I've just been watching. Every time they put out one I get excited and I always watch them, and it looked like fun, so I thought I would try doing it, and I had a lot of fun. It's rough. It's been a little rough. You'll see. I was able to get all 7 days done, although day 3 I didn't really film that much. I did a little, so I put a clip in there, but when it gets to day 3 I didn't kind of film everything I used, but I did kind of put in the clip of the makeup that I did for that day. I really hope that you enjoy watching this. It's going to be a long one. I will put timestamps, so if you want to skip around and see different days and just kind of, if you just want to just go through the makeup that I did, that's perfectly fine. I will put the timestamps down below, and hopefully they'll just like pop up so you can just skip ahead to where you want to go. But if you are interested in kind of seeing my 7 days of makeup and what I did, keep watching. Hi, welcome to day 1 of my makeup diaries. I have been watching these series on people's YouTube channels, and it's kind of like my favorite thing to watch at the moment. So I was like, you know what, I want to jump in and I want to do it. It is a little more difficult than I thought. Not that I thought it was going to be easy. That's not it. But it's just, I'm still getting used to talking to the camera, and this is day 1, but technically it would be day 2 if I was counting the first day that I did this, but I kind of like stopped and didn't do makeup for a few days, and now I'm like restarting again. I was originally supposed to go out and play Magic the Gathering tonight, and I like to like do my nails and my makeup for that, but I wasn't feeling great, so I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna do a quick film and then just kind of lay down and relax. So put this makeup on intending to go do something today, and then decided not to do anything. So this is one of those stay at home fun makeups. I'm gonna do 124 looks for 2024. I originally saw, I think it's Just Steph do this. I don't know. When I get to that video, I will kind of go through it, but I basically just chose 124 palettes at the beginning of the year, and I've been putting them in random shuffle, and then I don't always just use those palettes, but whenever I do, like I take a specific set. It's like, because I want to do 124 different palettes as well, so that's kind of what I've been doing. So today I ended up getting Melt, and I got this palette from Melt. So when we get into that, I'll kind of show that when I get to that part. But we'll start with my base, because I wrote everything down, because the first time I tried, which I'm already noticing I'm talking fast, I feel like when I'm recording myself, I have to just like rush and say everything really quick and then film it. And I can just take a breath and film it and show things as I go. So I will start. Where is it? My moisturizing balm. I got this. This is Belief. It's just a sample. I've never used anything else from this brand, just this, and it came in a sample probably from Ipsy. I'm guessing. I'm gonna say Ipsy because that's the only time I really get samples of things. And I just wanted to use it. It's nice, and I would repurchase it, but I have quite a few other moisturizers that I need to get through before I start looking to buy more moisturizers. I have quite a few, but moisturizing is important. And then after that, I used the e.l.f. Matte Putty Primer. This one is almost, I'm getting down to the end of this one. I have the original one. I think it's just the regular Putty Primer one. This is the matte one. I don't see that much difference between them. I also have the, I think it's Dunkin' Donuts that e.l.f. did the primer, Putty Primer with. I have that one that I haven't opened and used yet. So I have gone through a few of those. I think 3. So that was my 3rd one, the matte one. I used the regular one the first 2 times, and then that matte one. And I'm kind of getting to the end of that because I would like to open up a fresh one. And then on top of that, I used the e.l.f. Flawless Satin Foundation. I bought the new Power Grip. I think it's the Power Grip like dewy setting spray one. I didn't know it was dewy. I just saw it was new, and I was like, oh, I want to try it. And I needed this setting spray is what I use in between like steps. So like I do this and spray this and like blend it in, and then I'll do it with my like contour and whatnot, and then I'll do it after I do my powder. So just like I just kind of do layers of this, and usually I get to end this and I'll be in the middle. I'll be like, oh, there's some left. I'll be in the middle, and it's just like done. And so I was like, okay, I need to get a new one, which I have a backup of this specific one, but I was like, oh, I'll try the new one because I wanted to try it and see how it is, and we'll see. I don't know. I don't think I've ever used a dewy setting spray, so we'll see. I'm not really a dewy girl. I'm a matte girl through and through, but we don't know. You could change in like different things, but I have that one, and so I use that one, and now that I have the backup and I've been waiting to use it, it's like just lasting forever. It's just like an infinite amount of sprays in there. So maybe in a couple, by the end of this week, I'll have used it up and started a new one, but as of right now it's looking like it's gonna be just lasting for as long as it wants to. But yeah, I use this. So when I bought that, I was like, ooh, I think it was like free shipping or something, I don't know, but I added other things that I kind of have been needing, because Elf is like one of the like brands that I rebuy to like repurchase and get refills on one of the most. And so I wanted to try this foundation, so I got this foundation to try. Ended up loving it. I have quite a few, like I didn't need another foundation, but I just wanted to try an Elf foundation, and I have quite a few foundations to go through. I kind of cycle through them. I'm not like, oh, I just have one that I do quite a few. And then I have this one for my concealing, like highlighting. I don't really use it like so much to conceal, as to highlight and add like another layer, because that one is a thinner formula, so it's kind of nice. It blends in with this very nicely. And then this is what I use for my contour. It's like my cream contour that I do on the outside, and then I go over it with this, my Kat Von D Shade and Light contour palette, which is, I got a new one, not of this one, but I got a new contour palette because I was like, eventually that one's going to be done with, and it's old and I needed a new one anyway. So we'll see when I throw that in. That's another thing that's like one of those things that you get, and then it's just like, I'm going to last. Now that you have a backup, I will last forever. If you had nothing, I would run out and you would have nothing. But since you have something to back me up with, I'm just going to stretch it out. Then for my blush, I use the Rare Beauty. This is Bliss. This is my second one of this that I've gotten. I just recently got this one because there was a sale. Not a sale. Was it? No, it was not a sale. It was the mini ones. So I got like a red one to try the mini one, and then repurchase that one because it was my favorite. And my daughter's always stealing mine. So I was like, I'll just give her that one because she's always taking any, and I'll get a new one. So it's not technically an empty, but it was going to be an empty, and I needed to buy a new one anyway. So I just was like, you know what? You can have it. She does her makeup a little less than I do. So I'm like, she won't run through it as quickly. And then she'll just come steal the new one whenever she finishes that one. And then for my bronzer, there was great sale. I don't have very much Cover FX because it's usually like expensive and whatever, but they had like a super good sale. So I got the bronzer, and I don't wear nails often, so it's hard to open these things. I got the bronzer, and then I also got this blush one. And this is great. I forgot to write this down that I used this, but I did use a little bit on top when I was doing all the powder products, because I do my cream and then my powder. I don't know. I don't have like, I've been thinking it'd be fun to like do my base and like show my base routine, how I do it. Not that I don't anybody would care, because it's not like I'm like, oh, I'm a makeup expert. I know what I'm doing. I do what I do for my face, and it could be wrong. I just do it. But that might be fun. And then for my setting powder, I use the Juvia's Place setting powder, the I Am Magic setting powder. Really, this is another one. I think I got. I don't know if I threw it, why I ended up getting this, but I just thought I'd try it. It wasn't like I was trying to get it, but I have it, and so I have a couple different powders, but I was like, I'll try that one out, and it hasn't been too bad lately. I also got this new, I didn't use this today, but this is the Huda Beauty Cherry Blossom, and I've been wanting to try like kind of pink under eyes, and I got the Danessa Myricks new Groundwork, what is it, Blooming Romantic Romance? I don't know. I got that new one that she had, and that looks different. Also, I was making lunch today and I burned myself with hot oil, and it's funny because I don't know how people who get like massive burns, how you get through that, because this was a tiny little burn. It like flew onto my arm, and I was like, oh, and I rinsed it with cold water, and I was like, oh, nothing that bad happened, right? And then I was sitting in here and I was writing down the stuff for the things I used today, and my thumb like stung, so I looked down and I had blisters all in like in a little area that I had missed. So put a band-aid on that. Do not play with hot oil. Not that I was playing with it, but be careful because accidents can happen at any time. Okay, I think that's everything for my base. And then for my brows, I used my, I think if this, it doesn't say on it, it says medium brown, it's elf, I think it's the eyebrow cream. I don't think it's a gel. I think it's a cream. Mine's getting old. I need a new one. Well, when I ordered this is one of the things I replaced. And then I've never gotten an e.l.f. brow pencil, but this is a waterproof brow pencil, and I needed a spoolie because the other one I had was like falling off of my thing. So I got this to use, and I've been liking it so far. It's just for your brows. And then my favorite, this is a repurchase, so I've gone through one of these, my second one, and then I have a backup of this because I also got, whenever there's a sale, it's hard if I really like something to not get an extra one because I know I'm going to run through it and then I don't want it to run out of it or can't get it or it's sold out. But anyways, it's the brow pen. This is great. It's small. I have another brow pen that I bought that I want to try out, but I want to go through this one first before I open it. But it has like a, I think is it Maybelline? I can't remember. I don't have it on me right now, but I was like a little brow gel thing, clear brow gel, and I've been using that, testing it out because I don't really like gels and soaps and things in my eyebrows. Like, I don't know. They're not even that great, but let's not talk about that. Anyways, then moving on, for my lips, I use Kaleidos, the lip clay. I use this one. I really like this formula. It's great and comfortable, and I had to reapply this. I ate, and it was so easy to take off, and it didn't make a mess. And I was sitting here, I went to film, and I looked at myself, and I was like, you did not put your lipstick back on, so I went and put it on. And so this is a fresh one not from like earlier in the day, but I just like the way it feels, and it's easy, and I don't really like wearing lipsticks. I like them for pictures and whatever, but as soon as I'm like done with that, I'm usually like get it off of my lips because I think about it too much and I don't like when it comes off a little bit. So it's good to find like formulas that are nice, and so Kaleidos has a really nice one. And then for we'll move on to my eyes. I'm just going to show what I used for my eyeliner. What I lined underneath was for the pencil by Fenty Beauty, Cause I'm Black pencil, and then my NYX Vivid Matte. I really like this one. I think I have 2 backups of this. I really like this, but I do notice like if I use it more, it kind of dries out and I go through it faster, or maybe that's just small amount and I use it often. I don't know. I just feel like I go through that one so fast, but it stays nice till the end instead of getting all sticky and gross. Got this in an Ipsy bag, Too Faced. I like waterproof mascara. I don't have like a favorite one. Been using this one. When it goes out, I really want to try the Blend Buddy one. It looks nice, and I like pretty much everything I've gotten from Blend Buddy, which is the brushes. The 5-piece brush set is what I used to do my eyes today. I think I only used 3 of the brushes though to do my eye. I didn't use all 5 of them, but that's the 5-piece set is what I used. And then this palette, I used the red shades in this one, all of them except for I think these 3. Yeah, these 3 right here I didn't use, but everything else I used to create this look. My daughter said it reminds her of Christmas. I was not going for a Christmas look, but I really did enjoy it. And I was glad I pulled this palette. I would like to use it more. All of my palettes I would like to use more. I like every palette I own. I like to, that's why I have it. But I use the Juvia's Place Eye Prime Eye Primer in shade 1 to prime my eyes. NYX glitter primer to use for the shimmers. I didn't ever used to use a primer or anything for shimmers, and then I have been thinking Betty Jean from is it Batty Bean now? Betty Jean from Batty Bean. She's the first one that was always like, oh, I use a glitter primer, and I started using one and I really like it. I don't like spraying. I don't know, spraying them on, it just doesn't work for my eyes the best. I have done that in the past, but I find that this glitter primer or anyone's, I would like to try, what's the other one from Unearthly? That one I would like to try. I almost bought that one, but I ended up getting an empty palette, and I got their liners, so that's what I chose because they're having a sale for that, so that's what I got. But that's pretty much my face for today. Thank you for hanging out with me on day 1 of my makeup. Hopefully I will keep this up and there will be a day 2. There'll be a whole week. I'll have a whole video, but that's it. And that was day 1, and I will see you hopefully tomorrow for me tomorrow, but in a second for day 2. Hi, welcome to day 2. I did it. I made it to day 2. I know that's not something to celebrate that much because I'm trying to do 7, so we're not even halfway there. But today is day 2, and I went a little bit dramatic today. I actually did wear this makeup out, not quite this much. I decided because I wanted to do like blood splatter. Okay, first off, I'm using the Glamlight Ghost Face palette, and I've had like a whole vision obviously, for this look that I've been wanting to do. And my whole plan was, I always just kind of wanted to, like, it was based on the Blood Splatter blush, because I knew that the palette was gray, mostly gray, black, dark tones. So I was like, it's going to be dark. And so I was like, I'm going to have a dark lip, I'm going to do Blood Splatter blush, and I'm going to have gray eyes. And that was the whole vision and plan. And I wanted to show this one. This was like a very specific one I've been doing, because I did, because this is another one that was rolled in for my 124 palettes with 124 looks for 2024. And tomorrow, actually, my plan is not to use one of the palettes that's in there, but this was one of the ones that I randomly rolled in. And I rolled it in, and then I had like a vision for it, and then I kept like putting it off and like getting other pieces, like earrings, and then I borrowed my daughter's necklace and everything for this look, because I wanted it to be all ghost face. And I'm really happy with how it came up, because when I was thinking about it, I've looked it up and I didn't really see that many like examples and of this. It's just like really red blush. And so it's funny, because I thought today I would be using pretty much the same same products as I used yesterday, and then I ended up mixing it all up and using new things. So start off with my base. We'll start there. I moisturized. This is another sample. I moisturized with the Murad vitamin C. I just had this and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna try this one today, because I was planning to go out, and it has SPF, which I know you're supposed to like add it on top and there's like a whole thing, but I was like, I'll just put that on really quick. And then I have another sample. It's the One Size Secure the Blur. It's actually, I really like this. I wouldn't mind getting like a full size of this, but then again, I have so many primers that I need to go through, and I like the ones I use, but so far this one has been pretty nice. And then I was going to use my e.l.f., but I was like, you know what, I switched up my primer, and usually I use e.l.f. primer. I was like, you know what, I haven't used my Hourglass foundation in a while, and I love this foundation. The first time I got this foundation was in an Ipsy bag. I think it's now BoxyCharm, but at the time it was Ipsy. The first time I ever got this, and I was like, I tried it, and it looks so nice on my skin. I've never seen my skin look so smooth and nice. This one, I think I got a different color, or maybe it's just because this one's, I've had it for longer, but I finished that one. I like ran through it like so quickly, and so I finally saved up, because it's a little more expensive obviously than like e.l.f. products, and I bought this one, and I haven't been using it I didn't want it to run out. And also, like I said, I think they were out of stock of the one that I had gotten from Ipsy, but this one, I actually liked how it was today. It blended very nicely. It's pretty good. And so that's what I used for my foundation. Then what's next? What did I use next? Setting spray, same, still going strong. But I was spraying it. I sprayed a lot today, and I was like, this is it. I'm gonna start the new one tomorrow. But no, I still have at least one more day. Apparently, I have the Forever spray now. I used, this is the sample. This is what I was talking about. When I made this order, I went in because I was like, I want to try the little mini. Did I say sample? Whatever. It's the mini one. It's tiny. I don't know why I thought it was going to be a little bigger. It's pretty, I mean, it's crazy, because you think, but this one lasted me. The first one I had of the Rare Beauty blush lasted a long time, and I feel like this is pigmented, and just a little bit goes a long way. I added other things with it, but it actually looked, I took some pictures, and so I think you already saw, because I was planning on putting it in the beginning as just like me. I tried to take a picture of each step, because I was like, well, even if I'm not like explaining it, it'd be kind of cool to see it like flash by and see like where I started to where I went. And I had this just I did 2 dots and I blended it in, and I actually thought it looked really pretty. I'm still getting used to blush, like I said. I don't know, if I do something, it's either like light, like my base makeup. When I do makeup, it's either very base, like kind of just freshening up and like looking awake, or it's just like this. It's just, there's no in between. There's just one side or the other. I'm either no makeup or very minimal or like natural looking makeup, or I'm like, I want to do blood splatter, I want to do sparkle and dark, and because this is my favorite kind of makeup. It just takes longer for me. And like today, I didn't have lips on. I'll like pop up a picture. pop up a picture of like the step that I was in. I had to go pick up my kids from school, and then we stopped at the grocery store to get stuff for dinner, and I had my little cat ear like headband on still. I just like, I'm going to the grocery store, I don't care. I was wearing this shirt, I wasn't wearing like the earrings and everything, but that was pretty fun to go out and do. It's funny because whenever I do something like more dramatic, like I said, I didn't have the blood spot or blush on, but I did have like, my eyes were dark, and people will like look at me longer, or like I'll catch them looking at me and I'm like, what is on my face? I'm like, oh, it's makeup is on my face. And then for the blush, on top of that, I used the Nightmare on Elm Street trio, blush trio, and I used every single one. I kind of just like did like ombre, like I started with a lighter and then went to the dark on the bottom half of it. And then for like more of the blood splatter, I used a toothbrush that I bought toothbrushes for my makeup that are not used for your teeth, so don't use the old toothbrush, but this is the toothbrush that I've been using. My kids, I just like buy a few of them, so like when they run through, we have a new one. So I just, when I bought them a couple, I just snagged one of the extra ones that I bought for my makeup. And then I used the Made You Look face and body paint. This is in cherry. I love Made You Look, and I love the body paints. They're super great, and it was super fun and easy, and I kind of just splattered it on, and then I went back over and I used like a little paintbrush. I don't know the paint, oh, here it is. I used this little paintbrush to just like kind of draw on bigger blotches and splashes. I don't know, can you can even. And that was super fun. Oh, I'm kind of getting ahead of myself because I did, the blood splatter was last. One of the last things I did before I did it before I put on my lipstick, but it was like one of the last steps. I did all the red, that I had that on, and then I did the blood splatter last because I didn't want to like take it away or whatever. But then I used, this is the same bronzer from Cover FX. I think what I'm gonna do, because I'm kind of showing it fast, I might just be popping up pictures of everything that I use because that might be easier, but I'm still gonna show it. I used the setting powder from Juvia's Place, pretty good. I used the Juvia's Place for my base. For my eye makeup, I used the Juvia's Place eye primer in shade 1, and then for the applying the shimmer, oh, these are so pretty. This is like, I love this palette. It's funny because I didn't think I was gonna like it that much, and that's how I am with that palette, that I'm like, maybe I'm not gonna like it that much, and then I use it and I create a look. And this is just my go-to, my favorite. This almost could be, I know KATELYN Costello on here, she's doing like her makeup challenge, which I did want to enter, and right now her theme that she picked was comfort makeup, and I honestly could have done this makeup for my comfort makeup, because even though this is loud and crazy, even if I went out and people said it was bad, this is like my confidence, my comfort. And specifically this kind of eye, the half cut crease that's like super dark and smoky and then shifty and shiny, that's just like, I just love that. It's my favorite. It's when I feel pretty. I always like my makeup. I like how it comes out. Dark lip, dark eye, dark lip, freaking blush everywhere. And then I use the same thing for my brow. I use the e.l.f. for the cream, and I looked it up. It is cream, because I was like, was it gel or cream, or what is the name? The new one I have actually has like the writing on the side, and it was like e.l.f. brow cream or whatever. And then this is the Instant Lift waterproof brow pencil. Use that again. Use my same, ooh, I'm glad I'm looking at it because it will dry out. Juvia's Place brow pen, yeah, brow pen, pencil, pen. Did all that, and then my liner is again the NYX Vivid Matte Black. This is, love this stuff. Then my waterproof, I use the Too Faced. I forgot to say yesterday, on day 1, I wore lashes, and I haven't been wearing lashes, and I really like them, but when I don't wear lashes for a long time, when I wear them again, it's just, it feels weird. When I start wearing them all the time, I can go and not notice them. But yesterday, I was just like, I could just feel them. And like, my husband made a joke. He was like, you could blink and you could fly away. And I was like, yeah, that's what it felt like. And I got those at Rite Aid. They're on sale because they're like the foam wink ones. They're like $16, but they're on sale for $3 or $4 or whatever. And I was like, ooh, I want those. And so I got those. But today I was like, you know what? Everything's already big. And I just like really liked the shimmer and the shine of this look today. So I was like, I'm just going to do my lashes. I'm just going to put mascara on. So that's what I did. I used the same mascara as I did yesterday, just without lashes. And then now into the fun part, Ghostface lives. I was so excited, but I cannot wait. I think they said the Glamlight said they're doing more horror this year for like horror movies for their palettes in, I'm assuming, October. But who knows? But they said they're doing Michael Myers because Michael Myers is my favorite aside from Ghostface. Those are my two favorite, and Chucky. They did all my favorite. I like most of like all the scary movies, like Freddy Krueger and all that, and Jason. I like those, but definitely Michael Myers I think is my favorite, and then Ghostface. But I was super excited. I was getting this palette before when they first talked about it. I was like, I don't care what the inside looks like. And then I don't remember what other shade, but I'm pretty sure it was this one that they like did a sneak peek of. And it was so pretty, and it's very pretty. I really like it a lot. But let's see, I wrote down, I could read it. I used the Midnight Robe. That's what I have as my sparkle. And then I used this one down here, the Total Suspense. It's like people I think like don't like this shade as much because of like they don't like the glitter in the matte, or I don't know, they kind of said it was like, what's the point of having these two? I used it fine. I really like this because that's the first step I did, is I put down my primer and then I put down a Vintage Mask. I just did like the shape, and then I was gonna cut it out. I cut it out anyways, but I did the shape, so it was just like a rounded shape right here. And then I kind of blended it with this one, and what other one did I use? This one up here, and then this super light one right here. This is Movie Night. I use Movie Night when I cut the crease, and I put it down before I put the shimmer over top of it, because that's just like how I like to do it. But when I was done doing all of that, and then I put on the shimmer right here, and first I blended like the super light shade, and I think that I did it with Halloween Icon right here. I put that one, blended those two together, and then I put on the shimmer, and then I was like, I was just gonna blend the shimmer and the matte together, but then I saw this one, which was perfect, which was Total Suspense, and I just tapped that, and that's what I used for the black, and it had the little glitter particles. And if you like kind of blend, they kind of don't show as much, but I don't know if you can see what it looks like. There was just, they had the glitter in it, and if you just kind of like packed it, and like then I blended a little bit to do everything, I really like how this look came out. And then for my lips is Give Me Glow. They had that, I had a sale. I actually ended up getting a second one. This is Sweater Weather, yeah. Why can I not say that? Sounds like I'm saying it wrong. But I got another one of this on accident because I didn't remember if I had this one or not, but it's okay because I really love this color. It's one of my favorite colors, and this is another one. Give Me Glow has a great formula. I don't know what they're doing. I think they had that big sale because they were redoing, I don't know if they're just redoing the packaging or the packaging, the formula and everything, but I think that they were changing everything up. I can't really remember. I just know that when they said they're having a sale. And then also, I don't know if you could see, I stole my daughter's Ghostface shirt. But and then I have my little earrings and the necklaces, and I did my nails as well. Everything Ghostface for the whole vibe look. I think that's everything. I always feel like I think that's everything, and then I'll go and I'll be like editing and I'm like, oh, I forgot this to say this, but that's pretty much the whole look. I really enjoy this. I will probably keep it on. Yesterday when I was done at the end of the day, I was so happy. I went and washed I don't know, I think it was the lashes. I just felt my makeup felt heavy, and I honestly do think it was the lashes because I haven't been wearing them, and I just kind of big ones, and I was like, took those off, and I was like, I don't know, don't always wear like heavy makeup on my eyes, and like I find I need to stop. Probably it's not great, but I'll touch and rub my eyes, or whatever happens, my eyes get sensitive, so like if I get anything or wind blows in them, they'll be watering, and I'm just like, I want to rub it, and then I rub it, I'm like, oh, it's a mess, and then I just take it off. This one, it feels nice. It's super comfortable. I don't feel like I'm wearing a ton of makeup, even though I'm wearing, like, I'm pretty sure I'm wearing way more makeup than it like feels like my face has a lot more makeup on it, but I don't feel like I'm wearing, like, everything just feels nice on my face. Doesn't, except for the lips. I'll probably, because I just finished dinner, and then my husband was barbecuing chicken, and I did the mac and cheese, and they all kind of finished at the same time, and I was gonna film really quick before we ate, and I just put on like a new layer of lipstick, and then I was like, I don't want to eat and take it off and put it back, so I was like, I'm just gonna film really quick and say this, and then I can go eat. So I feel like I am rushing a little bit today because I'm like, I'm hungry. I'm gonna go eat that food. I'm gonna get this lipstick off and then just relax. And I'll probably just leave the rest on until bedtime and then I'll wash it off. But I would definitely wear this look again and wear it out. Like, I love it so much. So thank you for hanging out with me on day 2 makeup, and I will see you for day 3. Bye. Hi, welcome to day 4 of my makeup diaries. And if you're like, what do you mean day 4 isn't supposed to be day 3? I have a little bit of a story. I did not film anything for day 3. I did my makeup and I will have edited in before I'm talking now, so you would have already seen what my day 3 makeup was. I just did not feel like filming that day. It was a bad day for me and it all came down to a potato. It wasn't actual, the potato just made me realize that I was just overwhelmed and I was not going to be up to filming that day. So I did not film anything and I just was like, you know what, I had a picture, I had the little recording I did of my makeup, but I had woke up and I had a migraine that morning, and then I had gotten better, but I kind of had a migraine hangover, which just like my body feels exhausted and I'm tired, and I didn't really feel like filming or doing my makeup at all. But that day was the Poppy Storm day, and I could have just not filmed or done makeup that day, but I really wanted to use my Poppy Storm palette. So I do have all the information. So I did end up using the Poppy Storm from Titanium Foxes, and I used Shy Ray of Light, Poppy Lava, Poppy Loading, See You Tomorrow, and Poppy Love. And the rest of my makeup details, it's pretty much the same stuff I've been using, but I have super sensitive eyes, and I think I've mentioned it before, like, if the wind blows on me or if I poke my eye, like today, I poked my eye and this makeup took me way longer than it needed to because my eye was watering and then it was red. So then I had to wait for it to stop being irritated. And then when it stopped being irritated, I could go back to doing my makeup, and I was like, is it going to be funky? So I don't know. This is the eye that got a little bit messed up, but it's doing okay right now. But by the time I was ready to film everything, my eyes were just irritated. I was tired and I just was not in the mood to film. So I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna skip it. I'll just show the makeup that I did and then do day 4. So now we are on day 4. Did do day 3, didn't film for day 3, and now we are feeling better. Didn't wake up with a migraine. And the whole potato story was, I was cutting potatoes because we were making soup. I went and see my friend, came home, did that. I was like, I'll just do it really quick and then film. And as it was just took forever, peeling them, washing them, and some other vegetables, and then the potato kept getting stuck on the knife, and they were like flying, and I was just irritated. I knew like part of the my migraine hangover is like I get easily irritated and frustrated, and like I said, my body was sore, so I was like in a weird position cutting things, and I was just like, this potato, is this potato alive? Let me know if you're alive. Are you trying to fight? Because I was trying to fight a potato. And that's when I realized. I was like, you are overwhelmed, you need to stop and just relax. So that's what happened. Potato won that day, and now we are here. And then today I will be showing all the makeup I use. So that's the main stuff. I didn't go too different than what I usually do. Well, a little bit because I did freckles today. So there is added stuff. Same moisturizer sample I've been kind of using off and on. I used my Rare Beauty Bliss. This is the Bliss. I think I used Love and Grateful the last couple days, but I used Bliss today. Elf setting spray. Still, look at it. Is like there's nothing in there, and it's still spraying out. I don't know, Magic Elf setting spray that goes on forever. I used Smashbox primer actually for day 3, and today I went back to the one size. I think I probably have like one more use in this little tube, so I would probably use that tomorrow. I'm wearing lashes again. I was like, you know what, I'm gonna throw on some lashes. I use the Violet Voss lashes. They're obviously on my eyes, so they're not in the box, but this is the box, and the I Don't Care, which reminds me of Mermaid Hair Don't Care. like the donut. I love her intro thing, but that's when I saw those eyelashes, it reminded me of her. And then I changed up my foundation. I did Wet n Wild. I did the foundation stick today. This is almost done. That's why I was like, you know what, we should just finish this. It's why am I not, I get to like the end of things and I'm like, oh, it's almost over, let's try something new, and then I just don't go back to it, which is the same with this. I use this bronzer, the Ofra bronzer, again today. I think I used the Ofra bronzer yesterday in the products that I didn't mention because I've been using the Cover FX bronzer that I just got. I got the new one and I started liking it better, and so I don't know, I might use this for the rest of this week, and then I think I might just be done with it because there's not much left and I am just kind of done. It's pretty old. I got into Ipsy a while ago, Juvia's Place setting powder, which I did go over my freckles, which I did the Mayron Paradise Paints dark brown. It's their aqua paints, and I just use it for freckles because I like it. I use this, and then I use the same kind of for the blood splatter blush I did for the Ghost Face palette. I use this brush for it. I just clean it, and then I use this for my freckles, and I like how that looks. I just kind of do it lightly, so there's like a little spray, and then I go in and I kind of make some bigger ones, so there's like bigger and smaller, and they kind of mix and they look more natural. Sometimes I can get it to look kind of natural and cute, and then other times it just looks like a mess if I do it too close. I've had them be like, there's, and my mother-in-law was like, you have like a bunch of like brown stuff on your face over here, and I was like, that was intentional. And then I looked at it and it was bad, and I was like, whatever. I think I have a picture of it, and one of the like makeups I'm gonna post eventually somewhere, and I was just like, it is what it is. I already took pictures. I'm not going to redo it. It's just going to have to be a bad one. I learned. And so this one I went really light. When I sprayed it, I was like kind of farther and I went really lightly. And then I got a little closer and did little areas, but with like less water and the product on there. I just did a lot of water mixed in with it. So it was like easy to spray all over my face. And then I also used, did I use this today? I didn't use this. Where's that coming from? I don't know why I had that out. I used the Fenty. This is, what is that? Eye pencil. I don't know. It's that basically the pencil because I'm black. And I used that to go underneath. Is it tight lining or the water lining? It's tight lining. Tight lining's the top. I can never remember other terms, but that's what I used underneath the lashes to kind of fill in that gap. Because I always have like this gap, you know, and you can tell. And if I forget to do it, even if my lashes are like applied very nicely, you just, I don't know, I feel like you could tell easier. And then for my liner, I used the Vivid Matte, the NYX Vivid Matte in black, and Too Faced. I just did a little bit on the top and then on the bottom with the Too Faced waterproof mascara. And then I did the Duo lash glue for my lashes. And then I used Kat Von D Shade and Light Contour Palette. The one that I'm still trying to use up, and another one that I won't probably use completely up and just start using the new palette that I got because that is also very old. And then this is pretty old too, but I keep it into like my like makeup bag that I have with all my main stuff that I use. And I just wanted the Rare Beauty Bliss. Oh my gosh, Rare Beauty Bliss blush. That is like, try to say that 10 times fast. That's a tongue twister. But anyways, it's kind of lighter, and I like it when I want like a little bit of blush or don't want to overdo it, but it was kind of just a little bit too light. And I kind of had a picture in mind originally by Likely Makeup that I was going to do, and then I kind of just went completely off from that picture, but I ended up wanting, at the time I wanted a little bit more like color to my blush, so I ended up using, which one did I end up using? This top one. I just used a little extra of this, and then just to add a little blush, but it still wasn't, I just still don't have it that crazy, but that's pretty much all the main things that I used for my face. And then moving on to my lips, this is an eye pencil from Wet n Wild, but I don't use it on my eyes. I use it to line my lips when I do. I just opened it recently because I needed something black to line my lips. And then I used the Give Me Glow Black Magic liquid lipstick, and then I used Blend Bunny's Haunting. This is so hard to read, the writing is so small. Yeah, Haunting, for Blend, but I cannot talk today. I think I'm still tired, a little bit of that hangover. Also, I feel rushed. I kind of just wanted to like film this video really quick and then finish doing my night routine with everybody. have people coming over tomorrow, and so I need to finish cleaning my house. But I didn't use this today. I pulled this out because I was gonna use, like, I thought I was gonna do more shine and glitter, and I did not end up doing that, so I had pulled this out but didn't use it. But that's what I usually use for. This is because I used the Blend Bunny dollhouse today, which I'll show in a second, but I did not need I wasn't doing like full on, like impactful like shimmer shine. I just kind of wanted something in the inner corner, and I just put it on with like the silicone brushes that I got from Amazon, and so that's what I ended up using to like just tap it on, which I use for the most part. If I'm not using my finger, I usually use that. But what I did use for my base was Juvia's Place. It's the eye primer in shade 1. That's what I always use. I have backups, that's probably what I use the most. I have other eye primers that I probably should try using, but that one's just been my favorite, and every time I use something else, I don't even think it's that. I just think I might have an off day, and if I have an off day or I make a bad makeup look, I'm just like, it was because I didn't use the primer I usually use. But I don't think it ever, like, the primers all kind of work the same. I know if you want more vibrant colors, you can use like color ones that are like based off the color. So if you want to do like a yellow look, you'd use a yellow primer, which I do have. So I have those. I just don't use them very often because that one works just fine. And then for my brushes, I use Blend Bunny brushes. Of course, I used a 5-piece set, but I only used 4 of them, plus the silicone brush. And then always my favorite part, the palette I use, Blend Bunny. This is the one. My Poppy Storm from Titanium Foxes was not a roll-in for my 124 looks with the 124 palettes for 2024, but Blend Bunny was one that I did randomly like roll for and pull, and I have a lot of those looks done, which I didn't film because I just started doing Makeup Diaries. But this is the palette. I used, what is this row? This row, pretty much all these colors except for this darker one. I just used all these right here. That's the row I used in this palette. I had a bunch of different ideas, and there's so many different colors and things you could do, but I started doing that, and I was just like, you know what? What is that, like a mauve-y? Is that the mauve row? Because the other row, there's like a purple row, pinky, purpley, mauve-y colored row is what I ended up using. And I really like it, and I did my makeup late, so I haven't really done anything with this. Just put it on for the day. I'll wear it for the rest of the day. But I don't know, it's Blend Bunny, it's great. Blend Bunny is like my favorite, it's just a great palette. So that's pretty much today's what I did. I'm still practicing. I'm feeling like I've been going back over, that's what another thing yesterday that was getting me down, because I was like, I just suck. I suck at this filming thing. I suck at explaining things. I just keep seeing other people's, and I'm like, oh, mine's not like that. And this is me. And I feel like when I'm being recorded, I am myself, but to like, you know, like when you go to work and you're like your professional self, and it's you and you're nice, but there's just like, it's not the funnest, coolest version of you. That's how I feel when I'm filming. I feel like I'm just very robotic, and this is what it is, and I feel like I'm like, get in the camera, and I'm worrying about all these things and getting used to it. And I think a big thing of that is just not being used to filming myself, talking to myself. I think that I thought having like an inner monologue and thinking things could transfer over to camera very well, and it has not been. Trying to remember to look at the camera and not look at mirrors or look at other things and not get distracted and fumbling over your words and just everything. I'm trying to learn to be myself, because my kids, when I show them like clips of me, they laugh a lot, or they're like, you should do this. And like my oldest daughter's like, I can give you tips, you should do this, you should do like noises zooming in. And I'm like, yeah, but that's all editing. Just me being me is difficult to come across, because I feel like it's me, but it's just like a very reserved, hi, I'm on YouTube and this is what I use, thank you for watching me. And that's not what I want to do. And you think of it as people, I just think of people watching me, and when I watch it back, I'm like, it's just bad. And I know that's everybody's like, oh, I watch my old videos and they're cringy. And I think there's like this sense, when I first started doing makeup, I look back now and I'm like, it's so bad. How did you go out of the house? How did you think that looked good? How did you think your liner was good, or your eyebrows, or whatever it was? You think back. But in the moment, I wasn't thinking that. I was like, oh yeah, I look good. And I felt like awesome. And I think this is the first time where I'm doing something and learning it, and I don't feel like I'm awesome. I am just seeing all the mistakes, and it's kind of like, well, you already filmed, you already took off your makeup, and then having to restart. And then it's kind of like you just have to push yourself. And so I'm at that stage where I'm like, you just really suck, and no one's going to want to watch you, and you're boring, or you're this. this or you're that, or you're not, and you're not where you're going to be if I kept doing this. If I was filming for 5 years the way I am now, I'm going to look back and be like, you're talking too fast, and the way you're filming, and I just have my camera and I just have like cheap setup, and you know, last video I forgot my laundry is over there, and I was like, no one wants to see your laundry. I remember to move it this time. So it's just like so much going on, and I just kept thinking about like, why are you doing this? And it felt like doing something, and it felt like a waste of time, and why am I spending all this time? And then I told myself, you're doing it because you enjoy it. I'm doing makeup anyways. I could film it, and if people don't like it, then they won't watch it. And if I suck and I'm cringy and gross and everybody hates this video, that's just what it is, and you have to just keep going. You have to kind of push yourself through that, because you're not going to just be good at something. And I think that's the hard part, when you realize that you're not good at something that you want to do and you enjoy doing, and like just the idea of like, if I was watching this, I might not like it, or whatever it is. So I'm pushing myself past that and just trying to get this first makeup diaries done, regardless of what it is. Showing my makeup, I'm hoping someone will watch and enjoy, and that's just where I'm going from now. And I just have what, 4, 5, 6, 7, I have 3 more days of this to do. Just kind of get through it and know that it doesn't have to be perfect. And like, if I don't feel like filming, then I'm not going to film, because I tried, I was thinking about it. I was like, I'd be negative. My eye was watering, my makeup was messed up. And I was just like, you can show what you did. Even if I got in here and I just showed my looks, I'm like, makeup diaries, this is the makeup looks I did for the week, could be enough. So we'll go from there, and hopefully I can get 5, 6, and 7, get them edited, put it on and put it up, and not be too like at myself, and want to actually put it out there. So that's where we're going from now. Bye for day 5, until day 5. Woo-wee, we made it to day 5. Only 2 more days to go before I'm going to call this video quits and just put it all together. Honestly, I might only do 1 more day. I feel like these are kind of getting long, but it's going to be a long video anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Days 1 through 4, I was waking up and doing makeup, and those were all like back to back. Each day I was doing makeup, and then I woke up yesterday and I thought it was going to be a great day. I was feeling good. No migraines. I was in a really good mood. Went over and saw my friend, and my daughter's friend was coming over. I was just like, I'll get ready and it'll be another great day. And then I just crashed. My mood went from like super high to like, I don't want to do anything. I'm not motivated. I just was like, I don't know, I was in my feels or something, because I took a break. And so I did. I was like, you know what, I was going to play in makeup because I like playing in makeup. It usually makes me happy, but my eyes were super watery and irritated and red, and then they wouldn't stop watering, and then it was just a mess. And I was like, I'm just going to, it's going to make me more frustrated. Basically, I just was like, I don't feel like doing it, and I'll do it. So there's a break between 4 and 5 where I didn't do any makeup, and then I'm back at it again. And so we'll see if I can keep this going. So today, to start it off, still using the sample, I'm getting pretty close to being finished. Maybe I'll probably, by the time, if I do 2 more looks for day 6 and 7, I'll have finished this, which is exciting. And another thing that I finished was the everlasting gobstopper of freaking setting sprays, this e.l.f. one. It decided to give up its fight to never end, but yeah, it's done. Woo! So I gotta go move on to the next setting spray, and that is very exciting. Then what did I go with? Oh, I was reorganizing my makeup, and I had taken some foundations out that were newer and put some of the older ones in, but then I came across this primer, the Fenty primer, and then I also came across, I got these together, the Fenty foundation, because I wanted to try Fenty, and I don't know, I think I have some other Fenty products. Yeah, I have like lip glosses, and I have a highlighter and some other stuff, but these I got specifically. I really liked it. It was really, I think it came out good. This is a little bit darker. I don't know. It blended nice, because I thought it was going to be a lot darker, but it blended pretty nicely out. And then I do like, you know, contouring and concealing, and I blend that all out together, so it kind of blends and makes it look nice. So it wasn't too dark where it looked like it wouldn't match, but I did kind of bring it down. I don't usually bring makeup down my neck, but this one I did just kind of blend it down. So I don't know, maybe you could tell. I feel like it looks good in person, but I'm going to probably watch this back and it's going to be like, ew. But whatever, it is what it is. That's the makeup I wore today. So, and then my same Wet n Wild concealer, contour stick, cheap, love it. great. I don't think I have very many other cream concealers or stuff, so that's probably always going to be the same. My foundation seems to be all over the place. I have a lot more open in that I'm using that I realize, but at least I'm getting through some of it. And then today for the Rare Beauty, I used the Love liquid blush. It was really nice, but I usually do this. I do this step first and then I do my blush, but I don't know, I was distracted today, so I put my blush on and I was like, why does my makeup look kind of weird? Then I realized, so it was kind of darker and like more prominent on my face, and then I did all my contour after and my concealing afterward, so it kind of blended it out, and I kind of liked how it ended up looking. And then I went for, as usual, Juvia's Place setting powder. I think I might just keep using this till I finish it up. I have Laura Mercier, that's what I usually use, but oh, I've been wanting to do like the pink under eyes, so I have like some pink under eye products that I want to use, so I might do that tomorrow depending on the look. But I already knew I was going to be doing kind of like a darker colorful look, because the palette that I pulled today was the P. Louise a droplet of magic. Why do some things that sound like they're going to be easy to say, I just stumble on them? I don't know. But I ended up using that palette today, and so I was like, I don't know, it doesn't really feel like a pink under eye moment. Tomorrow I'm going to be using the Hocus Pocus one, so I probably won't use it then. Maybe day 7. I can't remember what palette, because I kind of pulled them for the week to kind of know ahead of time what I was going to be using, but I can't remember what I pulled for day 7's look. But I'm pretty sure it was another one that is on my 124 list. But I used a new, I almost dropped that, bronzer today. I used the Kimchi Chic bronzer. I've used this a few times. This is what it looks like. It's nice. I like this bronzer. Currently that I'm working on I have 3 bronzers I'm working on. And one of them, I think I totally forgot. I was like, I saw the kimchi one, I was like, I want to use that today, and then after I used it I was like, oh yeah, I was supposed to be using my Ofra one, but I don't know, I'll just keep it around. It's fine in there. I used for my contour palette, Kat Von D KVD now contour palette. Then for my lips, lined it with this pencil from Wet n Wild, used it black. I don't know what this is. This is just one I've had in my collection. I think I got it off of Amazon. It's just a black liquid lipstick. It's like a No brand. I think it did say Q. Cannot really read it because it's black on black, but it's just like I'm just trying to get, I went through this phase, not a phase because I still like it, but I had like 1 or 2 black lipsticks, and then I just was like, I want all the black lipsticks, because I ended up really liking the way they felt and looked, and so I have like a whole collection. And so I had some cheaper ones when I first started, then I got nicer ones, so I was like, oh, I'm gonna try to use that one and just finish it. It's not too bad, I like it. And then I just recently, Unearthly had a sale, I think a warehouse sale, and it was their glosses, and like I got an empty palette and their liners. I used their liners, their Immortal liners. I don't know if they're they're discontinuing them, but Midnight Blush on Instagram, she got them sent to her. She got like PR sent to her, and this was in it, and that she makes such beautiful looks, and I've been wanting to get them and putting it off, and then they were 50% off, so I was like, okay, I'm gonna grab one set. So I grabbed one set of them. So I got the liquid lipstick in I got the lip gloss, the Moss lip gloss from Unearthly, and I really like this. I know they're changing their component thing, so I think that's why they had the sale. They're trying to get rid of their old packaging so they can bring in their new packaging, which looks awesome. And I don't think I'll repurchase unless like they go bad, but I don't think I'll repurchase just for the component. But going forward, I would like to grab some. And then for my eyes, I'll get to the palette last, but I used the NYX Vivid Matte eyeliner, and I also use this Rimmel London one for like a tight lining. And then this is the one I used, Potion. Yeah, I used Potion. It's funny because when I got these, I thought they were going to be longer, not necessarily bigger like maybe, but I thought this part was going to be longer. So when they came in this little tiny package, I was like, what did I order? They're super cute and I like them. And then which is great because I feel like I don't want just like to spend a lot of money and have like a tiny bit of product, but I kind of like it. Those kind of last a few times, and I'm not using them all the time, like versus my NYX Vivid Matte liner, which I'm kind of going through and I have backups of, and something that I use more frequently versus this. I'm not using these on most looks or every look. I might though.
maybe I'll get more into liner. I bought a bunch of when Give Me Glow had their sale on their wet, like liquid liners, like the water activated ones. I got those, but I also, when I was like, because today I was like, I'm gonna do my makeup today, just even if I didn't post her, I didn't like the look, I was like, I need it for like makeup therapy. It'll make me feel better. Whenever I do my makeup, it makes me happy and it's fun and I enjoy coming up with looks. This was actually a look that I got from a cat with two heads. I will like put up a picture somewhere of the look that I was basing it. It was more off the shape because I wanted to get like a kind of cooler shape, and then I did my own colors because they did completely different colors than I did. But for my mascara, Too Faced waterproof, better than, is it the Better Than Sex mascara? Yeah. I mean, debatable, but yeah. And then my brows, I use the same as Juvia's Place and Elf, and then my cream. These are just like my set. It used to be this, then I found this, and then I was like, oh, I had a pencil. I always usually had a pencil, but I ran out and tried this one, and so these are just my like my eyebrow buddies. And which is also funny, this isn't like, it's just a little one I got the KVD like gel liner ones. I don't know if it was still Kat Von D when I got it, but either way, I got those little pot ones, which I need to also use more. And then I think I got a sample. I got to choose a free sample or something happened, but I got this tiny little brush and it came with something. And it's funny because I don't think you're like meant to keep it, but this brush is my favorite brush for brows. And it's funny because I feel like everybody always finds like that brush, and it doesn't matter if it's falling apart or it's tattered or it looks old and used and abused, but you love it and it works great for you and what you're doing. And that's my Tyler brush. I'm so proud of myself for not losing this thing because I've almost lost it multiple times. So it's so tiny. I wish I could just like get a longer brush and stick it in there. I don't know, we could maybe MacGyver something for it. But anyways, my primer as usual is, which brings us to, I use the Blend Bunny, same brushes as I always do, and except I added this one. I think this is a Morphe brush? BH? Morphe? I don't know. It's just a brush that I got when I first started getting brushes, and it was tiny. I needed it because this tiny little area to fill in all the brushes, even the smaller ones, like all of my, I needed something like a pencil. I needed something tiny to fill in that little area. And then I kind of went around this anyways. And then I forgot I was going to be doing the liner from Unearthly. So I was like fixing it and making it all perfect. And then I remembered that I was going to do the liner. And so all of that work was kind of no reason for it, but it was a cute concept, and I like packaging and it's fun and I can store it fine. It's slightly annoying because I had put this palette in this way and then I had palettes like next to it, and so I went to pull it out because this was sticking out and they were kind of all squished tight in the bookcase where I store them. When I pulled it, it was like pulling all the other palettes, so I had to like take out two palettes and then take out, and it's fine, it's not that big of a deal. And so then there is this, here's the palette. This is this side. I use both sides. I was thinking about just doing a two-tone look, which is what I originally was going to do. And then I was thinking about doing like just one side of the palette. And then I was like, no, I want to use both sides of the palette. Here's the other side. And I was like, I think I've been doing like a lot of purple and reds. It's just a week of purple and reds. And I'll kind of like, I think I'm just going to put up the shades that I used for this, but I can kind of go through them and just read the names off of them. I used Bloodbath. I used Hex. I used Goosebumps, and I used Voodoo on the like purpley side, and then on the other side I used Toil and Trouble, and I used Secret Potion, Phantom, Spell on You, and the inner corner was Witch's Brew. It was that really pretty, like this one right here. It's so pretty. It didn't, not that it didn't look that pretty in the pan, but it, like when I put it on, it was so sparkly, and I really liked the way it came out. And it's probably not like translating on the camera the same way, but in person it's like, I don't know, I like, it's really pretty. And I just like, that's why I ended up choosing the Moss Gloss from Unearthly, because it was just, I don't know, the sparklies, and it just went all together. But that is pretty much everything I used for today. This black liquid lipstick was super uncomfortable, like dry and kind of like almost like it was a little sticky, like a dried matte, and it looked nice, but I didn't like the way it fell in my lips. And then I put this over top of it. I feel a little bit better now, but it's not something that I would like want to wear like all day. And everything else worked great. I kind of liked how it turned out. And now I'm ready to wash it off. I don't know. I do fun looks, and most of my looks I just enjoy doing. I would wear this out, and I just like having makeup on at home because it's fun. But yeah, I think that would be another fun makeup diaries to do, like all the looks are like body paints and crazy things would be fun because that's what I enjoy watching and I really enjoy doing it. That's my favorite thing to do. I used to only do that and it was like so rare that I would only wear makeup out, and just I wouldn't do it that often. Most of the time I wasn't wearing makeup out, and then I had something specific. It wasn't like going to the grocery store just do my makeup for the day. I'd only do my makeup like if I was going to go out to the movies, like, or have like a date or do something for my kids. It was their birthday or my birthday or something like that. It's the only time I would do makeup, and all the other times were me just constantly body painting and doing stuff for Halloween and just doing fun challenges. And so I miss that a lot, so I'll probably do that. That would be another fun one. But I've been enjoying this back and forth between if I'm enjoying filming this, if it's interesting and I like it or not, but whatever. It is what it is. Figuring out. And I do like doing my makeup, and then I had these cute little earrings that I thought matched with it today. But anyways, I think that completes day 5, and hopefully I can do 2 more days and then get this up soon. Bye. We made it to day 6. Happy day 6. I'm really just saying happy day 6 for me because I did not honestly think I was going to get it this far. And today has been this all day. Like this makeup, I'm happy I'm filming it and I'm getting on record that I did this and finished this because mistakes were made. I decided that I pulled LOUISE's Hocus Pocus palette. And I was like, you know what, today I'm going to do a simple look. But it was hard because there's 2 sides of that, and that's like so many looks that I had in mind and trying to use all the colors. And so there's like, I'm going to go look for inspiration. So I went on YouTube and I was looking up, you know, people who had created looks with it. And then I was like, you know what, I'm going to go look on the P. Louise page and like their little like tab thing that's on there and see if anybody, and then I was going through those and I wasn't finding anything, and I was like, you know what, I should just go look on I'm using a P. Louise palette. I'll go on P. Louise Makeup Academy and just like look and see if there's any like cool looks that like spark inspiration. And I scrolled down and I think it was like one of the first looks after like the products, there was a look that was being done on someone and I was like, that's just so pretty and looks so cool. And I was like, I want to try doing that but using the colors from the Hocus Pocus palette. Man, I did not think it was going to take this long, and there's going to be those looks are intricate and difficult, and I had to change some things, but this is how it turned out. I actually really like it. If I wasn't so, oh, my lips, I really like how my lips came out too, but that's different. But I am happy with this look. I like this look and it's super cool, but it just took so long and I made mistakes. You could see I kind of have a mistake over here. You know what, I was just kind of going with it and having to fix things, and then every time something would happen I'd like want to cry, but I'm like, if you cry you'll mess it up. So I was like, suck it in, we'll cry when we take it off, we'll use our tears to clean our face. But that's kind of what's been going on for today. Maybe tomorrow, I'm hoping tomorrow that I will just want to do an easy look. I have a busy day tomorrow of things I need to do, so I will do my makeup. Maybe I'll do like a more focus on my base makeup, because guess what I used today? I gotta try the Power Grip Dewy Setting Spray, and I don't know, I like it. I guess so far I like my face. I haven't felt like I've been wearing this look for hours because it took me hours to do, but I haven't gone or done anything. It's kind of a warmer day today, but I've mostly been inside it took me a lot longer because I was taking breaks. I needed to make food and like take care of my kids in between things, and just it was a long process. I decided to do something that took a lot of focus, and I was being interrupted and then just needing breaks and to charge things because that's how long it took. I was watching YouTube videos while I was doing this makeup to try to like have something to listen to, and it was making things die, and I was taking pictures in between each thing, so I had to charge my phone, and it was just, it's been a whole thing. It's been a day of it, but was it worth it? Yes. Will I probably do another dramatic extravagant look tomorrow? Probably yes, because I can't help it and I like doing them. I just don't like how long it takes me. I don't know how these people do their looks. They're like, I did this look in 20 minutes, and it's just like this intricate crazy thing, and I'm like, that's very impressive and wild. I use the Fenty again, same moisturizer, because this is the primer. That's what I use for a primer. I went back to my Ofra bronzer again today. There's not really much new things. Setting powders, Juvia's Place, and then I can't know if you can see it. I just put a very little bit because I kind of was just like, this is the star of the show. So I did use the Rare Beauty Mesmerize highlighter again. Luminizer. Oh, I have this. I remembered. I was like, you know what? I'll mix these two together, and it worked great. So as far as like having bases, this works great. I don't know. Most bases work okay that I've tried. I use the NYX Vivid Matte Black Liner. I'm pretty much everything's the same. The same thing as yesterday too, except I thought I grabbed the like cheap brand that I got of the black liquid lipstick, but I grabbed the Give Me Glow Black Magic for the black underneath, and then I used Unearthly's Moss lip gloss. Then I used ColourPop's Falsies and Dame. So I'm wearing falsies again because I just felt like they put falsies on, and I felt like this look is so dramatic. I needed to add falsies, which I'm kind of happy I put on because I messed up my liner, but I kind of messed up my liner because I was trying to fix how my lashes looked, and it was a whole thing. And then the star of the show, the P. Louise Hocus Pocus palette. I really like this palette. I like both of them. Like I said, it doesn't bug me really how I open it. Here's this side. I used mostly shades from this side, but I wanted to try to like bring in the other side just so I could have used that side. But this side I used, what did I use? I used Haunting Hour, Don't Ghost Me, Dragon's Blood, I Dare You, Bubble Up, I Am Dead. Well, that's it. Oh, also in the middle of using this, my 19-month-old came in here and he was like clotted a little bit, so he made a bit of a mess, and I just realized that it was covering the names of the shadows, so I was having trouble reading them. Haunted Huns, Death's Door, Time for Tricks, and Dark Soul. Those were all the ones I used on that side. And then the other side, which is, oh, I'm trying, there we go. This side, which is nice, but I just wasn't in the mood for like an orangey look, and I didn't want to put orange because I didn't feel like that would look well. So I was like, I'll just try in the bottom two shades, The Living Dead and Treat 'Em Mean, which is what I feel like this look did to me. Treat me mean. I went through it with this look. I even posted like a little like story on my Instagram and was like, who gave me the authority to try this look, because I would like to have a word with management up in here who has convinced me that this was something that I should do. I don't know. It was a risk, and I do like it. It was a lot of work. I don't know if I'll ever attempt a P. Louise look anytime soon. Oh, also in the middle of filming, the chair I usually use broke, so I got a new chair. It was an eventful makeup day. It was fun. I tried some new things. Haven't worn that long because I don't really have an opinion on anything. Just trying things and going through things that I bought. But that was day 6. Very extreme, fun look. And it's funny because I was like, I just want to finish this look. I'm not going to do a dramatic, crazy look. And now that it's done and I'm finished, I don't know. Also, I'm hungry, and I know that lunch is being cooked up right now and is almost done. I'm like, okay, I like it now. It's fine. I will do another one tomorrow. But no, I probably won't be doing a P. Louise Makeup Academy look for a while. If I do, it will be like a very just inspired by and not direct recreation, even though this wasn't like a direct recreation. Here's the thing, I'm getting older, and my eyes have always been like kind of soft and foldy and crinkly, but just like they're even more now. And the person that was getting the look done on them had like, I don't know how young they were. I was like, they're 19 or 20, but they could have been any age. They just could have had great skin, but their lids just seemed smoother and tighter, and what they were doing for that look on that model was just like it was made for them. And versus this look, I have to figure out how to make it work for me, and I did my best, and I hope I'm gonna wear it for the rest of the day. I was thinking about taking it off, but now I'm gonna go walk around and show this off to anybody who wants to look at it and get some use out of it. And whew, that's day 6. I'm tempted to just stop here, so we'll see. If you're watching this, you'll probably already know if I did day 7 or day 6. I'll probably do day 7 because I have a palette in mind already. But that was day 6. I'm sorry it was kind of rushed through. I'm using the same stuff. I'm gonna try to do my best one tomorrow of like explaining things and doing a video. But yep. Hopefully for day 7. Woo! We made it to day 7. This is the last one for this video. This has been actually like really good learning experience for me on just filming and talking to a camera and doing my makeup and thinking about that, because there's a difference between like doing your makeup and then translating that to something that someone would want to watch, or filming it, even if no one wants to watch it, just filming it in general and thinking about those things, especially because like I was taking pictures of each step and then afterward and everything that went into it. It was really fun. I don't know this is exactly how you're supposed to do makeup diaries, but I think it's gonna be different for everybody. So this is how mine went. Today I pretty much I'm not gonna go over too much of the, I'll say what I did, but I probably won't show some of the newer stuff, but I did use a few newer things that I haven't used for a while, or just like throughout these last 7 days. I kind of pushed myself to be creative and do different looks. That yesterday, day 6, that look was intense. That was a look where I was like, I would never do anything creative like that again. And then I finished and I was like, that looks great. I love it. That was fun. But it was just like, that was also a learning experience of looking at someone else's look and then translating it onto yours, how things change, and all those kinds of things. So to start off with, I did the same moisturizer. I did use a new primer. I did knock a bunch of things over. I used the Benefit, sample, the Professional. Found it. I am just trying to get through all these tiny little samples. And kind of like, for example, I know a lot of people hate this primer, the Smashbox primer, Phone Finish. I like this one a lot. And so I actually, after trying the sample, I did go and buy it. So, I think samples help if you actually use them and you're trying to get something. If you're just getting samples, which is kind of like what, when Ipsy first started, that smaller bag was just like lots of little samples. And then for my foundation, I actually did a mix. I mixed the Natasha Denona, which I find that this one kind of makes me a little yellow. I'm looking at myself in person mostly because when I take a picture and with lights, I don't know, in person, I don't feel like it's that yellow, especially mixed with the Wet n Wild concealer and contour stick and just the bronzer and the blush, and I feel like everything mixed together. But when I was taking videos right now, or like flash photos right now, when I finished the look, it just looked yellow-ish. And that's how it was, but I mixed it with the Fenty, and I think that helps. But I use it by itself, and I really like the way it is. But then as it like oxidizes, is that the right word I'm using for it? It kind of like changes the color a little bit as it dries down, and that's what I find that the Natasha Denona one does. But the finish and the way it looks on my skin is really nice. It's just like, I think, yeah, I got that in Ipsy as well, and I think I probably, if I was to get it and choose my color, I might have chosen a different color. Anyways, I also I used the Wet n Wild sticks as usual, and the KVD contour palette, and I also used the Rare Beauty blush in this one's Love. Yeah, Love. I always want to call the red one a Love, and this one I want to go, I think it's Grateful, but it's mixed around. So this is Grateful, this is Love. I also used this LOUISE. I just added this because of the whole yellowing. This is super dark. I got this in Ipsy as well. This is the color they sent me. It's just so dark, but if I just use a tiny bit of it, I could use it to blend it, and it just, when I use it the right way, but if it's so easy to use too much of this because it's so pigmented, and it's just like, you tap it and it's just like, bam, there. So I had to be really careful. That could probably last me for a long time, aside from it, going bad from time. Other than that, it will last me a long time. And then I got my new setting spray, the Power Grip Dewy setting spray. I don't know if it technically feels dewy to me, but I use so many like the powders, and I like my face matte, so I use matte products that I don't really notice if it makes me feel dewy with that. But either way, I'm liking it so far. I've used it once, so I don't have much of an opinion, and I didn't use it. It's what does it say? Shockingly fine mist. I mean, it's true. It's shockingly fine. I like the micro spray. That was like my perfect spray. That's my favorite one. I've used other setting sprays, the aerosol ones and this ones that you spray. I kind of, just because you see people talking about it and people like it, the one size, that would be nice to try. But I go back to my Elf Microfine, the regular setting spray, every time, and I really like it. And then another thing another thing that was new for my brows, I used the Elf cream, and I did not use the pencil today. I used this like brow, it has on, I saw someone, they like advertised it and they really liked it. They were like doing their brows, but it was an ad, and so they were trying to sell it, but they sold it to me. Build a Brow by Maybelline, and one side is like a sealing gel. Is that what it says? Why is everything so freaking tiny? Sealing gel and brow pen. And I have been using my Juvia's Place one, but I was like, you know what? I'm going to try this one. And I think I like this one just like a little better. The Juvia's Place, the actual like liquid comes out better, and I feel more even. And this one almost feels like kind of when you get like a liner pen and you're like putting it on and it kind of dries out and you have to close it and kind of shake it again. That's what this felt like, but then again, I haven't been using it, so it might have just needed some time for me to use it for it to work better. But I like my brows today. They're not that much different. I tried to go a little lighter. They looked kind of blocky in the last one. I didn't love them for day 6 makeup, but it is what it is. That look was I was done. And I was like, if any more mistakes happen, they're just going to be happy little mistakes, and I was just going to have my face be a canvas, and that's where we're going from that. But then I also used, okay, when I was trying to write this down when I was going through what I used, this liquid eyeshadow from Beauty Bay, it has the tiniest writing, and it's black and dark and shiny, and I can't really read what it says. Something, and I could go and look it up, and I think that's what I had written them down before. Don't know where that went. That's super frustrating. I hate when I can't read what the product says. Just like how this Elf didn't have like how the other one has. It says like it's Elf brow cream. I like being able to read things just easily and not having to go search for them or have the tiniest and know that it's there and I cannot read it, and I'm trying to go from different angles. And because I'm stubborn, I'm still trying. That's irritating me. I'm gonna have to just set it down. Then I use this cream, and I usually use this with it's like, what is it? Sugar Cake from Tarte. I don't know if it's Tarte brand. I don't know. It was out of stock last time I went to check on Ulta because I wanted to buy a replacement because it's my favorite lip product, but they no longer have it, or they just were out of stock. I don't know. But this is the liner I usually use with that, and it's perfect, and they go together. So I was like, oh, I'm just going to use this because, I don't know, the way I saw this, it seems like they're going to go together. I don't know. Maybe now seeing it in person, it just looks different. But then I'm looking at it, like recording, it looks lighter. I don't know. But I thought this was going to be just match this one better, and it ended up being lighter. So I did line my lips, but then I just basically went over it with this anyway, so you can't really see the liner. And then the best part of today was the Glaminatrix. I finally got to use my sugar and spice. I pulled this. This is the last one I pulled because I pulled some for advance, except for when Poppy Storm got here, because I was like, I'm throwing in Poppy Storm. I'm going to use it before I pull it, which I did, and that was fun. And I would like to do another look with that one, but this is the beautiful palette that I used today. I used vanilla, fennel, mustard, brownie, licorice, brulee, lavender, and gumdrop. Pretty sure those are all the ones that I used for this. But that was, let's see if you can, this one's the licorice and the brownie, and then this lighter one, because I was having some issues. Oh, that was the other thing I forgot to say. I used a new eye primer because I was like, I was planning on not going, because a lot of times I bring my color up to my brow, I blend it, and I kind of didn't want to do that for this look today, so I used this primer because it kind of blended in. It has like a tiny, you can see the difference, but overall I liked it. But I don't know if it was the palette or using that. See, that's when you use something new or two new things, because if it had been having trouble blending, I'd have been like, oh, it was just those colors and the way it laid, but it could have been this primer. Don't know, it still worked. Ended up working out fine, but I wasn't going to bring, either way, I wasn't bringing these colors up, but then I was having a little bit of trouble. I don't know, I wouldn't say blending. It was just like, I don't know how to explain it. It just felt like it wasn't blending and moving. It was like it was just primed to it and stuck, versus when I use the Juvia's Place one, I feel like it doesn't really dry down, except with this, which this one felt like it dried down. It felt, I don't know if eye primers are supposed to do that, but that's what it was. The Juvia's Place one kind of just stays tacky and wet-ish, depending on how much you use, but it will crease a lot, and this one did not. I didn't even think about looking at that when I put it on. Every time if I don't do my look right away, when I go to the next one, I have to like pat it out to get it smooth and then put that down, because it creases, because my eyes have like a lot of folds in them, and this one didn't do that, but it was a different kind of primer. So I don't know. I have too many primers that I should try out. Obviously, I know the one I like, and then that's kind of fun, because then you can go from there and see different ones, and then other ones can be used for different things. I think I would use this one if I put it down, if I wanted like a shape where I didn't blend it and it was like actual line and defined. It'd be nice to pack the color on, because I feel like the color went down and it gripped on and held the color really well. It just was, once I put it down, it was more difficult to blend, and I don't know if I had put it down and then did it right away if it would be different. It didn't end up bad. It didn't matter. And then also, as I was doing, I was like, you're gonna put shimmers on top of it anyway, so it wasn't like it needed to be super blended and precise for a more like detailed look. So I was fine with it. And then using it, you learn. And then this one I've been taking out. I think this one I've been taking out for the last 2 days, and then being like, I did not use that for that look, because every time with their shimmers or something, I just kind of pulled this out. This is just, when I pull everything out, I kind of just pull the main things that I usually use, and then I kind of go through there. So if I have multiple liners that I use, so I have a brown liner, if I want to go for a brown liner, I'll pull the brown one, or the black one, I'll pull the black one, and just kind of decide which product I'm using for what at the time. And at the last 2 days I've been pulling this out because I was planning on using it, and then I just kind of do like an inner corner. I don't need it that much, so, but today I did. I put it down, and I think that's it for day 7. Everything is done. I will do this again, but I think it will be more fun if I have like structured themes, I guess, for me, or some kind of direction, because I feel like just doing my makeup for fun every day is different than if I'm going to film it, because there's a lot of times when I do it and I'll take pictures, but I don't necessarily want to talk about it and film, especially this. It gets kind of repetitive, and so then I feel like I should use different things, and then I do use different things and I forget, and I was changing stuff. And so, like I said, it was a learning curve for me and figuring out what I like and what I want to do going forward. I think it'd be fun to just do like a week of trying different primers every day, and then kind of talking about it and going from there. And I have a good basis, and so it helps me that I have a good base of a primer to kind of use different ones. Like I could tell the differences between this one versus the Juvia's Place one that I usually use, and I know like if it would be different versus the base versus ones that are clear, or just going from there. So that would be a fun week. Like I said, I've been kind of wanting to do more creative looks, body paint looks. That'd be fun, like a week of that, and just go from there. Or a week of like one brand, like only using Beauty Bay palettes, or Blend Bunny, or Glaminatrix like I used today, just using a different palette every day of the week, and then I wouldn't have to worry about different brands. I could just choose from those palettes. So we'll see going forward how this does once I once I'm finished filming, but once I edit it and I put it together. And if I can stop myself from cringing too hard and actually post it, then maybe I'll do that again. So those are my plans going forward. I hope you enjoyed this video. Goodbye. Okay, that's it. I did the 7 days, got through episode 1. Hopefully there'll be episode 2 in the future. I definitely have some ideas that I want to do. I would really like to do each day trying a different eye primer. That sounds like something that would be fun. And doing more creative like body paints, like a week of that seems like fun. And then just going through like maybe the makeup I wear just normally through the week. So kind of mix that up and try different things, and hopefully if that sounds good to you, you'll stay and continue watching. I really enjoyed having you here, even if you skipped around. If you made it to the end, thank you for watching the whole video. I really enjoyed having you here, and I hope you have a great day. Bye.